Professor, does Israel have a strong influence on many state policies, especially U.S. foreign policy? How and why?
Yes, I think Israel has a clout, has influence, especially in the United States. Um, First of all, because it has a very strong lobby that was already there from the end of the First World War. It's a very veteran lobby.
Sorry for interrupt. Do you talk about the AIPAC and G Street lobbies?
But AIPAC started in 1952. Even before AIPAC, there was already a very strong Zionist lobby in America. But that's not the only reason why Israel is so influential in America. People tend to forget a very important group in American politics, and these are the Christians, fundamentalists, or sometimes we call them Christian Zionists. They exist from the beginning of the 19th century. These people, who are millions and millions of Americans, they really believe that the creation of the Jewish state is just one stage before the coming back of the Messiah, in their case, Jesus, the resurrection of the dead. So for them, it's a religious imperative to support Israel, and sometimes they're even more important than the Jewish lobby in America. The third reason is that, and this is something that is good to follow, whether it will be like this in the future. Until now, the United States thought that Israel is a great asset in its strategic imperial view of the world, that it can be a military base for American actions, either in the Middle East or even further away, It's very interesting to hear voices among Americans who are not pro-Palestinians, who are not pro-Arab, but they're beginning to ask whether Israel is an asset or a liability strategically. It's not very clear. So I think historically you had these three pillars: the Jewish lobby, the Christian lobby, and the kind of imperialist lobby, if you want to call it, in America. I would say that the American society is far less pro-Israeli than it used to be. Far less pro-Israel, especially the younger generation, including the younger Jewish generation in America. They have very serious doubts whether they want to support Israel because they know too much of what goes on in Palestine.